Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Chike is holding the fort down with movie reviews. What do you have for us, Chike?
So I saw a lot of things over the time that we were off, and
Yeah.
I'm run the gamut. Uh, there's a couple shows that I watch. Better Call Saul is one of my favorite shows. That show actually ended. It was a series finale um, that just aired pretty much. And if you don't know what Better Call Saul is the spinoff to Breaking Bad. And it's a spinoff, but it's also a prequel and also a post show at the same time. So it gives you insight to what was going on before Breaking Bad and what happened after Breaking Bad ended. And throughout the series, especially this season, because it's the final season, there was some treasure in the series. So some of the old characters come back. It was really, really good. I thought it was beautifully written, beautifully done. And in this age of us being so pulled into these shows because of streaming, we've been upset at the final of a lot of shows. This one delivered. It was worth it. They got it right. So shout out to the creators of Better Call Saul. Um, Disney's just started She-Hulk. I saw the first episode. It was pretty good. It was a little cheeky for my taste, but it is Disney family programming, so they got to appeal to everyone. But like I said, I don't like my heroes with too much play. That's serious business for
Yeah.
me. Um, there's another series on Netflix. I started watching because I'm a Tisha Campbell fan, and she's in this show called Uncoupled. With
Yes. That was actually
with
pretty good.
it was good. What's
Yeah.
Doogie Howser's real name? I forget his real name.
Um, what's his name? I can
I
tell you.
forget his. But if
Neil
you know who
Patrick,
Doogie,
Neil Patrick something.
right?
Yeah.
What's his
Yeah.
last? Yeah. Um, it's about a gay couple, a middle-aged gay couple that
Right.
break, and Tisha Campbell is his bestie, ride or die slash business partner slash confidant slash partner in crime. And she is so good and so hilarious in this show. I think I tweeted her and told her she needs like an Emmy nod for this because she is so good. And
Yeah.
you what a talent she is until you actually see her being her full self in something. And I haven't seen her in a show like this in a while. So it was good to see her. I'm glad she landed there. So check that show out. It's pretty good. It's pretty funny. So this weekend I watched a movie called Prey on Hulu. And the movie Prey
I
was
saw that there,
about
but I didn't watch it. Okay.
yeah, it's about a female Comanche warrior. She's trying to prove herself to her tribe, and she's like a hunter, she's a tracker, and she starts to notice things out in the wilderness that just don't add up. And what converges is uh, the people from abroad that are Anglo-Saxon coming to infiltrate the American land, also with the predator alien coming to Earth trying to hunt for the first time.
Mm.
So this is like a prequel to the Predator movie, and also giving you a little bit of history as to how the Anglo-Saxons came into America and started to pilfer the land. It's
Mm.
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And she's doing what she can do to prove herself to her tribe and to also be true to nature and true to the land as Indian people are raised to be. It was pretty interesting. It was a good movie, a lot of action. If you're into the whole sci-fi thing, and it was a good story. I love a good story, and I love a good continuation of an already existing story, just from another angle. Um, One of the things that I'm starting to see with these streaming services is that filmmakers are finding a way to get the movies that are probably on their wish list or probably dear to their heart greenlit, but not for the silver screen, but on a
Mhm.
streaming platform.
Mhm.
So see, because I know I've seen some of your favorite stories may have a secondary part to it, or maybe a prequel to it, and it's going to be on streaming. But you have to be paying attention in order to really understand to see it. So just pay attention. These streaming services are it's probably the best thing that's ever happened to the world of motion picture.
Yeah.
Something like that needs to happen in the world of music. I know we talked about that earlier, but
Mhm.
yeah. Have you
That's
seen anything?
I have so I downloaded BT Plus to see a show. I can't remember. Oh, it was to watch College Hill Celebrity
Mhm.
Edition. Nene, Ray J, Lamar Odom, Lisa. What's the name from Clueless?
Lisa from Clueless?
Not Lisa. What's her name? The one, the Republican.
Oh, sorry, Dash
Yeah,
Girl,
Stacey
Stacey Dash.
Dash. And some other. It was actually pretty good. Big Frida. It was actually pretty good. But when I downloaded that and in doing that, there were other shows that I watched. Yolanda Adams has a show on there called Kingdom Business. That is really
Hmm.
good, really good. She's actually a
Hmm.
good actress. Then Eva Pickfrey, what her name, the top model. She has a show
Yeah,
on there called
I heard I heard that was good.
All the Queen's Men. Listen, someone
Yeah.
told me, someone texted me and said, can't nobody act, but everybody look good. But it is good. It's a good show. Um, Big Brother's on now, and this is a really good season. So, last year we had the cookout, which was the 6 Black castmates who worked undercover together to get all to the top 6 to have the first Black person on the show win. And so this year it's what started off there's this Black girl on there. Her name's Taylor. She is she was a beauty queen in her own right. And for some reason, everyone was against her, like for no reason. Like they were making up scenarios that she wasn't even doing anything. And it was like the whole house was just bashing her. And there's this Black guy on there, Monty. He was doing the same thing. And that's when I lost respect for him. And then they would show clips of her because Big Brother, yes, it airs 3 days a week, but you can stream it, 24/7 to see what they're doing in the home. And there were clips of seeing her crying by herself, just feeling alone. And then one day, this one guy, I think his name is Tyler, he said, we can't do this anymore. He said, I'm not doing this anymore. We've all been ganging up on this girl. But and like a few people all just embraced her. And you could
Mm.
just, she was like, is this real? And and so they formed an alliance called the Leftovers. They were the ones that they felt like weren't in the top of people's alliances and things like that. And they all
Mhm.
decided to work together. And they said, Taylor, we want you part of this group. And so her whole game changed. You know what I mean? She's not depressed anymore. She actually crushed on this one guy on the show now. And anyway, but it's really good. But the funny thing is, Big Brother's done a good job of being more diverse in more recent years with the cast. And so one of the guys thinks in his mind it's the cookout part 2, but it really isn't. But he's talking to his friend, they got them last year. I wonder if they're doing to us this year, but they're really not doing it. But anyway, it's really good. So I've been watching Big Brother. Now, Jamie Foxx has a movie on Netflix called Day Shift. And
About the event.
the vampire, yeah, he's a vampire killer. And Megan Good is his either ex-wife or estranged wife or whatever she is. But she's they get back together in the end. But it's a really good, I didn't expect it. I saw it was like top 10 for the week or whatever. So I watched it. It was really good. So I've been watching that. I'm trying to think of anything else. There's this other show on HBO that a friend had me start watching. It's about I think it's called Sweet 21 or 21 Sweet, but it's about 20-year-olds It's called The Sweet Life, Los Angeles. It's about, you
Oh,
know,
that's Issa Rae too.
mhm.
That's an Issa Rae show
That's
too.
Issa Rae show too. And so season 2 is out. I watched season 1 before season 2 came out. Season 2 is out. And it's just good to see young people of color successful. You know what I mean? They still got their drama, they still got the arguing. You know, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not 20 anymore because I would not be arguing about this. But it's interesting to see them, you know, first thrive and then go through life, you know. So that's a good little show. You know, I can't relate with a lot of it because I wouldn't be arguing over stuff like that. But it's a good show. It's a good show. So yeah, there's a lot of good TV out there. A lot of shows are on hiatus because of the break. You know,
Yeah. Were you a P Valley person?
P Valley. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
it just ended, right?
Just
So
ended last Sunday.
I'm going to start it tonight because I was waiting until it ended in order for me to start it because I was watching so many other things.
This season is so intense.
That's what I heard. That's
It's
what I
so
heard.
intense. Yeah. I mean, like, there's some things on the, like, you know, I mean, you know, the strippers and all that stuff that's there, but there's characters, there's people behind these characters, and you're really seeing that in this season. And you know, they go through the whole COVID thing, and it starts off during COVID, you know, so they're masked, and how does the strip club survive in a lockdown and that kind of thing. But there's some heavy things they tackle in this season, and it just makes you like, wow. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it's definitely a good series. Just ended. Little Duval, he made a video saying that he said, listen, I wish you all the best. He said, I can't watch this show. He said, it's too much. It's too much. It is a lot. It is a lot. But it's a good show. It's a good show. And so yeah, there's some good TV out there. Some good shows.
All of you Game of Thrones fans, in case you didn't know, House of Dragons started last night. So we're in a whole Game of Thrones cycle again. I watched part of it. I started to get sleepy, so I had to pause it. But I'll be jumping into that too. It's just certain shows I can only watch when I'm in a certain mood. Like a show like that has so much content in it. I have to be certain energy level. Yeah.
Anything coming down the pipeline?
Not that I can think of right away. No. I'm definitely going to knock down P Valley, and there are a couple of other shows. It is the what's that show that we like? The morning show. Is that coming back?
It is coming back. It is coming back, but I think they're still shooting or whatever. But they confirmed season 3.
Okay. That's a good show.
Yeah, that's a really good show. All right, Chike, as always, thanks for letting us know what to spend our time and our money on. I almost rented the Elvis movie, the biopic, yesterday. I got talked out. I want to see it. I got talked out, but it was $20. I was like, I can pay $20. I got talked out, but I'm going to watch it, though. I'm going to watch it. So I'm curious to see what you have to say about that. Because I heard they really touch in on some of the race-related things, you know, around him. Like,
too. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, listen, when we come back, our Black-owned business spotlight right back after this.